Alright, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Let's see, a fella sent me this amp. He says he likes to use about a 2 to 3 watt dead key. And the problem with this amp is it's keying over 100 watts dead key, and he'd like to see it down around 50. First off, I'll explain what some of the issue is this is an old solid state amplifier, and this particular amplifier was designed more for about 4 to 5 watts input total swing. So that's a little bit to do with the issue in a sense. Okay, these are just low input amplifiers, plus over the years they do get out of tune, just by capacitors losing their capacitance and stuff like that. But back in the days, you didn't have the export world of things. You didn't have big radios doing big power like that. It wasn't that common. So to cater to the more common, a lot of amplifiers back then were low input amplifiers designed for 4 or 5 watts input. So we'll get that straightened out for you. What I went ahead and did is I'll show you on the bird meter. We'll flip this around. Okay, we went ahead and adjusted the radio for a 2 watt dead key. So that's right there, about a 2 watt dead key. Okay, right there at 2.3 watts on the MFJ. Okay. Alright, and to demonstrate what you are saying is so, there's your dead key, 100 watt dead key. Alright, buddy, we'll go ahead and get to it and see if we can't straighten this issue out so you can dead key a little lower and swing to about 150 watts. Alright, brother, we'll be back. Alright, brother, we got you all set up. The bias and choke looked terrible. I went ahead and replaced that with a more up-to-date choke. I resoldered your silver dip mic on the output transformer. It was actually coming off the foil. Okay. Now I'm not familiar with this particular amp. I've never seen one of these before. It's my first time seeing one. It's definitely in a league of its own. I haven't seen one like it, and it just seems like people have been in here working around and in it and everything. And I'm noticing that the keying circuit is kind of iffy. But I know you didn't ask me to do anything with that. I'm just going to leave it be. I notice sometimes you have to audio for it to key, or sometimes it keys just fine. Or I don't know, maybe that's why you're using 2 to 3 watts, because it's taking that much to key the amplifier. But for me to understand what is going on, it seems like there's about half as much stuff going on up under the board as there is on top of the board. For me to get in there and like put one of my own keying circuits in there so you can key it with a quarter of a watt if you wanted to. Because it'd be nice if you could key this thing with about 1.5 watts if you could. But hey, buddy, I got you down to that 50 watts you wanted. We're dead keying, like it's, as you saw, a little bit over 2 watts. And I'll go ahead and show you this now. The output did not change. I'm getting right at about 180 watts on this end, on the voltage that we're on. Let's see here. We're on 13.5 volts. I'll just leave it there. That's what we've been working off of. Okay. Alright, well, let me go ahead and demonstrate that now. I'm keying up now. Look at that, right at 50 watts. Oh, show you the input tune. I did tune the input trimmer a little bit as well to get because the input tune was swinging about 1 watt of reflect, and we got that down to right up under about a maybe 150 milliwatts. So the input reflect looks great. That's a 10 watt slug in reverse. So just to show you one more time, we'll turn the amplifier off, turn this slug forward. To show you, we have a right there that shows a little bit under 2 watts, but right there the 2 watt dead key. That's 2 watts. There you go, 2 watt dead key. Right there at 2 watts on the MFJ. Flip the amp on. Right there at 45 to 50 watts. Oh, alrighty, brother. Well, there you go. Glad to get this up and going for you where you wanted it. I hope that's where you wanted it. It appears to be. We got it right there about 50 watts with about 2 watt dead key. So run it about 2 watts if you want to. And got you a nice input pad resistor right here. And a good strong 5 watt, man. So that thing right there should last till we go home. All right, buddy, we'll get this back to you.